Rockstar sets new standards of quality with Red Dead Online's Halloween update this year. Really low standards, and I'm not even talking about how they brought back Halloween Pass 2 for the 4th time in a row, or about community outfit that has only few items. No, I'm talking about new content, new missions that Rockstar for some reason added during this Halloween event. I'm saying for some reason because these missions has nothing to do with Halloween, like nothing at all. But that's not the problem. The problem is a low quality of these new missions, comparing to other missions in Red Dead Online. I'm not even gonna compare them to single player, because like single player is a different level, it always was better. So let me show you something. It's a cutscenes that we can see in the missions from different years. 2019, one of the legendary bounty missions. 2020, one of the legendary animal missions. 2021, blood money contract. And now 2024, one of these new Telegram missions. There is no voice, no explanation what is going on, no special music, nothing. It's definitely not the level of quality that Rockstar used to have, even when we're talking about games that they actually hate, like Red Dead Online. I mean, this cutscene looks like it's a fun-made movie, recorded in a free roam or on RP server by players, and actually such movies usually look much better. This one just seems half-baked. But unfortunately, after completing all these missions on Ruthless, I can tell you that this cutscene is not the only problem with these new Telegram missions. So here is my review for each of these missions, but before we will begin, I need to mention that to start these new Telegram missions, you have to check your mailbox first, then pick up a Telegram. In some cases, read this Telegram, but usually after picking up a Telegram, simply open left menu, choose Telegrams, and here you will see a new category, Hired Loyalty, Bodyguard missions. By the way, if you want more immersion, you can check details of each mission before starting it, because in the mission itself there will be no explanations at all. Anyway, the first one is called In Defense of Merci, and from the very beginning we see what is wrong with all these 3 new missions, because most of that time in these missions players are spending by simply following the target and nothing really happens. You might say, well, it's immersion, you work as a bodyguard after all, but Rockstar don't really care about immersion. If they did, they would add farms to Red Dead Online, you know, simply copy-pasting them from Red Dead Redemption to Epilogue. These missions are overextended simply because Rockstar wants to achieve maximum players' retention. That's why we have this weird payout structure in Red Dead Online and GTA Online, where payout is increasing when you spend more time in a mission. Anyway, then we have at least few fights in the Blackwater, but keep in mind that even on standard difficulty, auto-aim is disabled, it's a forced free aim, which is not a bad thing, but payout for forced free aim should be much higher. And yeah, payout for these new missions is similar to other Telegram missions. Then there is one interesting moment, because when we live in Blackwater there is a roadblock, and one NPC is hiding in the bushes, which is something new. I haven't seen such mechanic in Red Dead Online. I thought when first completing this mission that this NPC appeared out of nowhere and killed the target, but no, he's sitting and hiding there. But unfortunately innovations end here, because next we have this cutscene, which ends with an awkward moment when NPCs are just staring at you, probably giving a player time to stop laughing. And then there is a final fight, which also looks unfinished, because unlike in most Red Dead Online's missions, I guess in all Red Dead Online missions, there are NPCs who are just standing on the same place. They're not moving, they always stand on the same place. Because usually NPCs are trying to hide, trying to get closer to you or something, but here they're just standing. Some NPCs are even looking in the opposite direction until you will start shooting them directly. And yes, you might say that it's still better than nothing, this game was abandoned years ago and we're receiving at least something, and I kinda agree with you, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I really like that these new missions gave me a reason to spend few extra hours in Red Dead Online, but still, it's a really low quality here. Unacceptable for a company like Rockstar, and I'm not even mentioning that if Rockstar will give players tools to create missions, custom missions and PvP modes, community will be making missions like that every day. Actually much better missions, because community is extremely talented and passionate about Red Dead Online. Anyway, second mission is called Easy Prey, and this one is the worst in my opinion, because we're slowly following the hunter most of the time. And yes, you can hunt animals yourself. I'm not quite sure if it increases the payout or not. Game is not explaining this, just like pretty much anything, but overall this mission is just boring. Yes, we have to fight a little bit to protect the hunter, but just a little bit. And yes, at the end of the mission there is a stupidly unkillable bear, which even on a standard difficulty can take multiple body shots with incendiary ammo. Headshots are killing him faster, but still it's pretty unrealistic. And again, you might say that it's a Telegram mission and all Telegram missions are pretty lame, but I will disagree with you, because some missions are actually good, they have a replay value and they have a lot of action. I mean, for example, take a look at the special Halloween Telegram mission that is available this month. It's much more fun, immersive and challenging than these new Telegram missions. It has higher quality overall. But anyway, the last mission is called Night on the Down, and here we have to follow the drunk dude in Saint Denis and protect him when he starts fights with peaceful NPCs. He's really annoying and obviously a terrible person, and it's a real shame that at the end of this mission we cannot kill him and just steal all his money. But as for mission itself, it's okay if you like melee fights. And yes, during the first playthrough I disliked it because I was using a lasso for melee fights, since lasso is completely overpowered. But the problem is, when you're not knocking out enemies but simply tying them up with lasso, our target is not following us, he's not running away from police, he's just standing. That's why it was terrible mess and I didn't enjoy the first playthrough. But later on higher difficulties I was knocking out enemies in the melee and it was much more fun. And yeah, overall this mission feels copy-pasted. We've seen similar ideas in many other Red Dead Online's missions before, but overall it was a fine gaming experience. Plus there are some interesting moments, like when he's dancing on the table or destroying that board. But still, just like with all these new missions, I had a feeling that this was made by unpaid intern in a free time, or that Rockstar found unfinished missions from 2021 in a trash bin and decided to add them to Red Dead Online simply because technically they need to add at least some new content every year to have a chance to win Labor of Love award again. But you know what, let me help that one person who still works on Red Dead Online by adding some voice lines to this cutscene.
Look who's there, my unfaithful wife. I know you've been sleeping with Micah Bell.
I couldn't resist, he's a survivor.
Enough, I'm taking you to Tahiti.
Sir, we teleported out of nowhere. Okay, Micah is a rat anyway. Okay, let's stop here because you will definitely say that it's stupid, and yes, I agree, but still have the better quality than the original. And since we're talking about quality, I suggest you to go and check this high quality video about 200 Red Dead Online facts that only experienced players know about. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe, stay healthy, goodbye.